I truly feel like you can find your soulmate in Atlanta.
That was a lie.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nikki. If you're new, this is Life with Nick. I do videos on business, lifestyle, and fashion. So today I'm back with a kind of different video. I thought I would kind of sit down and talk to you guys a little bit and do a new segment on my channel called Girl Talk. It's basically where I just find certain topics and then I talk about it, give you guys some pointers on it. So that's what I'm here to do today. As you guys can see in the title below, today we're going to talk about dating in Atlanta. There's so many topics I feel like to discuss, so many areas that we can look at. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about that today and let you ladies know what to look for and what not to look for. But before we get into the video, if you have not already done so, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to begin with saying that I am currently in a relationship. So I am giving my point of view from single people perspective, as well as even though I am single, I've had people come and try to talk to me, as well as just what I see, what it's like to date here in Atlanta. So it's so much. I feel like there's so much things that you have to look for, so many things that you have to look for. I feel like the most important thing that you want to look at is what that person does, because a lot of what you see in Atlanta is fake. A lot of people come down here and, unfortunately, not everybody can live the dream. But one thing people are going to do is they are going to portray it to be a certain kind of way. So when you move to Atlanta, look, and you go on a first date and you're walking down the street and you meet somebody and they ask you out and y'all are sitting down, ask them what they do for a living, because people here, they will tell you that they do one thing and they will do the complete opposite. Scammers. Scammers, scammers, scammers. Watch out for scammers, because 9 times out of 10 you are going to come across a scammer sometime in your time of living here in Atlanta. Watch out for scammers. Another thing that people do is they sell drugs down here a lot. They're not going to tell you that, especially if they know that you are a strong woman. They are not going to look you in your face and tell you that they sell drugs. But 9 times out of 10, some of them do. So look out for that. It's so important, I feel like, to just know what they do and to actually confirm that it's what they do. I can't tell you what way to do that, but look, some kind of way you're going to have to see. Like, if somebody tells you I'm a teacher, find out if they are a teacher or not, because you do not want them to be a scammer, because you will find yourself involved in their drama if you fall in too deep. So ladies, please ask these questions in the beginning, because I feel like a lot of times what we do as women is we try to portray things as to what they are not. So we see it with our own eyes, we hear it, we know the truth, but we are so into people that we don't really want to hear or accept the truth. So accepting the truth is really important. And by doing that, you have to ask questions. I feel like a lot of people in today's generation, they're scared to ask those questions because they're scared of getting the true answer. But look, you would rather ask somebody a question in the beginning and get that true answer out of them than to waste your time and to come back some years down the road where you've already wasted and been with them 5-6 years, and you look up and you regret it, and it makes the process of letting them go so much harder. So save your time, and if you move into Atlanta, ask that person what that person does for a living, and you need to confirm it. Like, I'm sorry, but ask you just cannot trust people, and that's another thing. Living in Atlanta, I feel like it's hard to find people that you trust, because 9 times out of 10, dating, from what I've seen, dating people down here, they have baggage. They're either gonna have a baby's mama who can't let go, some kind of ex, and that's mostly everywhere you go, not even in Atlanta. But for some reason, I hear a lot of different stories from my female friends here and my male friends here who say like, oh, well, this person has somebody on the side or whatever. That's going to happen a lot, especially if you move from a completely different state and you come here. You don't know what that person's life is like before you. You can only go off their words. So watch out for that, because I feel like there's so many beautiful women here in Atlanta. A lot of beautiful women who are so well kept, hair did, nail done, everything did on some Drake stuff. But it's a lot of temptation in the streets. So I'm not trying to make an excuse, but make sure that you know who you are dating, because finding people down here for some reason, and I feel like that even goes with like friendships for real. Like I feel like living in Atlanta, it's so hard to find true, genuine friends. I don't know. I don't know. Just from my experience living back north, it's so easy for me to make friends, even throughout college or whatever. I still have some friends that I'm still very close with to this day, whatever. But it's just important to know who you're talking to and to be able to trust somebody. And a lot of times I see, oh, my hoodie's been messed up the whole time, but a lot of times I've seen and I've heard about a lot of people getting set up here. I'm really into like crime videos and stuff like that. A lot of times I come up, I'll see a girl messing with the guy or whatever, and the guy is in the streets and she doesn't know anything about it. Just, and I feel like that just brings me back, like, just don't be oblivious. Like, ask those questions, because down here you never know. People are so sneaky. So feel like that is really important. Dating in Atlanta, let me tell you this it's a lot of fakeness. So do expect, when you go out on a date, have your own money, because just because somebody is pushing a Lambo today does not mean that it's theirs, and it also does not mean that they're going to pay for your dinner. You do not want to go out to dinner and the bill comes and he pays for his, and then you sitting there looking stupid, because a lot of men, for some reason down here, feel like, okay, well, it's our first date, blah blah blah. Just bring your money, because there is so much fake stuff. You literally, I would be like, everybody has nice cars down here. Like, you see Range Rovers, you see Lambos, you see Ferraris on every street that you go to, and not everybody's full of money, you know what I mean? So just make sure you have your own bread, because you do not want to get left high and dry by these men out here, because they will really leave you in the streets. Okay, so another thing that I feel like you need to look at when you live down here is the people that the guy that or girl that you are dating communicates with. I feel like that is so important. Watch out for their circle, because look, like, you might think, there's been a few times like where my friends would come down here, whatever, and they would see a dude and they're like, oh, he's cute, he seems like educated, like he seems like he's really cool and like just low key, and then we'll pull up to the friend's house and they'd be like a bunch of just people, like just be in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they got their guns, like, you know what I'm saying? They the plug, they got different cars coming in and out of the driveway. Don't sign up for that lifestyle, sis, because it's not for everybody. Some girls can do it, but it may not be you. So make sure that you watch out for the circle of friends that people have here, because who birds of a feather flock together. And I feel like that just goes in any city that you live in, but especially Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta has so much extra hype, and everybody is making it according to them. But just make sure that person actually has it, and that they're not just putting on a show for you. That is very important. Okay, I was considering talking about this, but I feel like I need to be completely honest about it, okay? But I feel like there has always been like a stereotype or whatever about men being in the closet down here. Look, that's everywhere. I'm not going to lie. It's back up north where I'm from. It's here down south. It's out west. People are in the closet all over the world. So let's not just say that it is here, but down here you need to also watch out for that as well, because look, baby. It's been plenty of times where I've heard stories about my friends who have went through that. I personally experienced that. Let me tell you guys a little quick story time. So I moved down here. I've lived down here twice. So at some point I transferred colleges back in Ohio to do a semester down here in Georgia. And at that time I was 19. So that was like 4 or 5 years ago. Oh my gosh, I can't do math. 5-6 years ago. So 5-6 years ago, I lived down here or whatever. And I met this guy one day when I was at the mall. I was working at the mall, or whatever, at Forever 21. And he asked for my number. I was like, oh, he's so cute. He's so cute or whatever. That same weekend, I think he picked me up. But he picked me up. I should have known this was a red flag to begin with, because he picked me up in the car with his guy friend. So I'm like, okay, well, this is weird. I thought it was just going to be a date with me and him, but I guess I can go, oh my gosh. And I'm thinking about it now, like, why would I get in the car with two strangers that I did not know? But I was young, so I guess that's my excuse. But yeah, I was in the car with his friends, super close. But then I noticed that every time he would come pick me up, his friend would be in the car. I'm like, bruh, why is your friend always with us? Like, I'm dating you. I am not dating your friend, sis. Like, so eventually I was like, okay, this is becoming a red flag. Until one day, look, it was right in my face. It was right in my freaking face, because I remember I was at home and I hadn't heard from him all day. So I'm like, bruh, at this point we became tight, you know what I mean? Like, we weren't dating officially or anything, but we were leading up to that point, so I thought. One day I'm texting his phone and somebody's like, texting me back like, oh, he's busy right now, he's with me, but texting that from his phone. So I'm like, well, who is this? And he said his name was his friend. So I'm like, I'm like asking the friend, like, what do you mean, like, is he with girls, blah blah blah? And then he's like, no, he's with me. And then I'm like, oh, okay. But then he blocked me. But he blocked me on his phone number. And I knew this because I tried to text him again, like that next morning or something like that. And he didn't text me back. So I was like, I was like, okay, whatever, waited. And then I looked, and you know how on iPhones, it says like, oh, well, somebody read your message or whatever, or if it doesn't go through, it'll go through it like as an Android message. I was like, oh, he blocked me. So days went on. This happened on like a Monday morning where I last texted him. It was like Wednesday afternoon or whatever, and he called me, was like, why haven't you been texting me back? I was like, well, you blocked me, blah blah blah. He's like, I didn't block you, blah blah blah. I was with my friend, he was tripping. I said, oh boy, he was tripping because that was your girlfriend. That was your girlfriend. But I kind of always knew, because even my friends, I was showing them like pictures and stuff, they was like, he looks like a little sus. And my gaydar has always been kind of off. So yeah, make sure that your gaydar is on, because to be honest, like I said, that's everywhere, but especially down here, I feel like I have noticed that a lot. So yeah, I feel like I've touched base on most of the things that you need to look for, all the negatives to look, because there is like, so I feel like what you got out of this lesson is, 1, do not date scammers. 2, do not date scammers. And 3, watch out for who's in the closet and who's not, because there are some that are in the closet still. So be careful dating here, ladies. Make sure you get that bread. Make sure you have your own money, even if it is promised to you, because it is not always promised from these Atlanta men. Not everybody is on next level bread, you know what I mean? So be careful. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourself, though. I don't want this to be a whole Debbie Downer thing. I just want you ladies to be smart, because look, do not end up in jail or in the streets scamming over these men, because they will have you doing it. I have seen it firsthand. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below some other videos you might like to see me do. Definitely open to more girl talks. I literally don't have any friends really here, so love talking to myself, love talking to you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.